Hi everyone, I've had quite the fortnight. I just wanted to share a bit from the fireworks at Woodend and the Lichen to Kyneton antique shop, right through to Green Door Studios and a komebukuro workshop. So this is my walk through Kyneton. I unfortunately didn't take a lot of footage, but the beautiful old bluestone building that was half collapsed really took my fancy. This is the antique shop. It's a little bit in the same vein as the mill in Ballarat, where each little pocket is rented by somebody. And you can see there's a lot of old wares, and I still managed to pick up a tea towel, which I used for Juanette's birthday present. While visiting my friend Nathan in Woodend, I was admiring the beautiful lichen in his backyard. Many plants. Someone might like to tell me what this plant is, if you know. Right through to the fireworks display in the evening for their winter festival. So I've left quite a bit of fireworks footage here for you to enjoy. Don't we all love a good fireworks display? Wonderful evening, just seeing all the children and the families having a great time. So it wasn't long after this that I was heading up to Sydney, and this time going to Green Door Studios was a little bit different. Last time Juanette and I drove all the way up. This time I decided I was going to catch a plane and hire a car. And here is Chester, for those of you who miss him. So I was doing a komebukuro workshop with Alison and Shuji, and it was a wonderful, quiet workshop. Because of course the Roxy workshop was quite raucous. But these packs are what we received, everything in it that we needed. And you can see there the wonderful magnifying glass to help thread needles. We had the thread and all the pieces that we could make our backgrounds with. This was from Alison's stash. It was a very old piece of hand-stitched Japanese fabric, complete with all the edges that had bleached in over the years. Alison had some wonderful bags that were gifted to her or made, some quite old. Here's a coat that they had for sale, very, very old. We learnt that buro means old, and these items were patched together, often by poor people, to create longer lasting outfits, and as we learnt, the rice bag as well. So here's a couple of photos of my pieces that I was stitching. That's the tab with the red shishiko thread, and I've also used the shishiko thread around holes in this very old piece of denim. This is my bag. Really enjoyed this workshop, and I learnt quite a lot. I'll cover a little bit more on the next Roxy's Journal of Stitchery video that I make. Now, who could resist Zoe's mother-in-law soup and all the wonderful cakes that she makes? It always makes it quite a lovely part of going to Green Door Studios. And of course, the visit to the garden with the alpaca and the sheep, and I even discovered there was a horse as well. I think when he saw me taking the photographs that he thought I might have a carrot for him and was trotting over. There he is. Then went up to Sydney and had a visit at the Sewing Box, which will be in my Thrifty Thursday video coming up. Went to the grounds of Alexandria with Lily. We had a day or two just hanging out, and I just thought this was the most beautiful, amazing place. It was very old circus style, little shops like the lemonade stand, and everywhere full of plants. This was the last day I was in Sydney, and we went there for a nice brunch before we both flew. Lily flew back to Brisbane and I flew back to Melbourne. The goat was very itchy. He did this for the whole time we were looking at him. Just a lovely place, weddings and all sorts of things there. And we had a breakfast, a brunch type of thing. That's my salmon with my greens and hollandaise eggs, and Lily had the beautiful porridge. And before we knew it, it was time to come home. The next day Nora took me to a local cafe for lunch, and we had pumpkin soup and tacos with parmesan on the outside, and then I had a lavender tea, and that was it for me. Time to rest. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.